Right, here we go. So, welcome back to FTRL for Division 2 here, Wednesday, round 10, and have we got a treat in store? So, if anyone's not familiar, I'm sure everyone is, at round 10, this is week 10 of the Championship, and this week we have our first ever mystery week. So basically, the drivers have no idea what they're about to face. Until now. Okay, so I can reveal what's happening here. So this track we are doing here is Bahrain short, as it's just come up on the lobby, and it is 100% race distance. As you can see, starting grid is a custom grid. Now this is a reverse championship custom grid that's happening here. As you can just see, everyone's getting ready. With the starting grid, the custom grid, I had to wait until everyone obviously all seen what's happening here. The weather is custom, so you'll get to see. Obviously, I can't reveal what the weather is. I'm not going to reveal that. So the weather they can see as they go through the race, and they'll see what they're starting in. But as you can see here, it says Eco Car Performance as always. Race distance is 100%, and we have got a custom grid reverse championship, and it's Brazil short, and it's 100%. But obviously, with it being a short track, it's only 57 laps. I'm being made aware, but I'll not let the weather know until you have a look at what we're about to face. So no qualifying, it's just a custom grid, 100% race. Are we ready for some chaos? A lot of them might not have driven this track, so I think, if I remember right, you take a cut off just after turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, I think it technically is. Just as you go into that straight, there's a turn off, and you go down the straight. Kind of straight in the middle sector, I believe. I think that's Bahrain short, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, as you can see, this is what we've got in store for the race. So I'm not going to reveal what the weather's going to do throughout the race or what's going to happen here. It's wet, so we're getting a wet race here to see. It's a custom grid, a wet race we've got at Bahrain, so a wet Bahrain, not something you see very often. We've got a very interesting race to watch here, full of wet conditions here to start. Heavy wet chaos is about to ensue. Yeah, everyone, will they have their setups ready for all the short races, just in case? Obviously they didn't have a clue. It could have been a short track, could have been a track that wasn't on the calendar. They had no clue what they were going to face, which is why you've seen everyone guessing might be USA short, Japan short, but nope, we've got the Bahrain short. Obviously it's not the layout they used in F1 last season, the outside. So as you can see, it's changeable conditions are just put on a track they don't know in reverse championship order. So basically it's a recipe for utter chaos. Now, as you can see, some of these in Div 2 have played F1 for many years. Some of them are a lot newer to F1, and so probably may have not have done this track before. So they might not know the braking zone as they come into the bit where it changes, because that is the only corner. The only corner that changes is, I think it'll be turn 3 or turn 4, which comes back onto the straight at the start of the kind of middle, in the end of the middle sector. So as you can see, we've got a formation lap starting, and it's Bossman who's starting our formation lap here. Oh, Captain Chuz and Brez, your daddy look to have collided already, which is fantastic. Yeah, but formation lap, that shows you the grid on the left hand side that we're going to have. So as you would expect, with Reverse Championship Academies, our championship leader starting at the back, Dan Morris and Brutus at the back as well. But starting, there you go, there's that corner, just as you get onto that straight, and then it cuts off that downhill left-hander, and you go straight down this long straight, which leads you up to the left, fast left, right, which leads you onto the back straight before you go into the main straight again. So it's not too different, it's literally just that one corner, but that corner will catch them out, I am sure. Obviously not familiar with that corner, or what gear to take it in, when to brake, the correct positioning in your car for that corner and things like that. So you've got Bossman starting on pole, he recently joined. You've got Captain Chubb in second place, and then you've got Junkie Sport, Bread is your daddy, Just Mikey 5th, Max 6th, Agent Panda up in 7th, Matt Man, then Bernard Rom, Lee, next Cat, Blue Flag, Brutus, Dan, and Catamise. So your championship leader starting right at the very back of the grid. He's going to have to make his way in wet conditions from last and see where he can get to. Basically, this is a last to wear challenge for Catamise, Dan Morris, Brutus, and Blue Flag. Obviously, all going to want to try and keep their championship hopes alive. Catamise has kind of run away with it recently. They're showing you the predicted pit stop strategy. This could be one of those races. This could be utterly crazy to watch. 57 laps. I imagine we're going to have a few safety cars here, to say the least. We're going to get underway here. Hopefully, there we go. That's a better camera angle for us. 5 red lights. Hammer away for the first start, and Nexus Cat's got a drive through penalties. Jumped to start. Bossman has been challenged now. Down the inside goes Captain Chubbs. It looks like Captain Chubbs is going to take the lead of the race, but Bossman's going to try and hold it round the outside. Captain Chubbs is down the inside. Looks like fairly clean through there. Captain Chubbs goes round the outside of Bossman though and gets a really good exit there at that corner, and as they go through the first time, and there's a Haas going wide, that's Max. Oh, and there's a contact between the McLaren Junkie Sport and Brother Your Daddy. Nexus Cat's getting involved in that and overtakes him. Nexus Cat's has a drive through penalty. He did a jump start. And you get the Williams of Brother Your Daddy having a look as well down the back there. Get Max in P3. Oh, as you can see, absolutely horrendous conditions as he tries to catch up to the back of Bossman there in P2. Nexus Cat's is P4 there, and he's being followed closely by Brother Your Daddy and Junkie Sport. There's Bread going very wide around the outside on the wet conditions, and he's going to get overtook here by Junkie Sport, I think. No, Bernard overtook him, but Junkie Sport's not, and you've got, I think that's Dan Morris. Oh, and Rob's retired, and there's 2 Red Bulls going side by side. That's Dan Morris and Lico. Dan Morris making a move, and it's a yellow flag. I don't think there's a virtual safety car out yet. We might have one soon, but the Red Bull making a move. Dan Morris getting past his teammate, and then you've got back down there, that's Agent Panda having a look. Agent Panda, oh, I think he actually nudged the back there of Lico. As there's still a yellow flag. Is there a safety car now? I'm assuming there's a safety car that's come out, yeah. Yeah, safety car I think has come out, but there seems to be... Didn't actually give me a warning that time that it was coming out, which was a little bit odd. Is it safety car? I don't think there is. Let's get on. Yeah, there is. You could have at least told the Codemasters. Ignore the thing on the left, the orders changing left, right and centre again. It was broke again, so just ignore that. But you still have Captain Chubbs, who's in the lead, I think, here. Oh, green flag, so it was a virtual safety car. It didn't even tell me, so it was a virtual safety car. And here it goes, and Captain Chubbs gets away. Oh, Tom just telling me it's a glitch that it's not telling you, which is fantastic. London that didn't tell me, I was confused. Right, Max having a look at Bossman. The Hash driver, Captain Chubbs is getting away a little bit here, must be said. Catamise and Rom both out. So the championship leader is out. Lico getting past Junkie Sport, Lico having a battle here down the turn 1. It's going to be, I think, Lico might have had a bit of a moment there on the exit, and Agent Panda is having a look down the inside. Agent Panda goes, and you've got behind as well, you've got the battle between the Ferrari and the Mercedes, and it looks like Mattman's getting past Mikey as well as Agent Panda trying to get past Lee. They're going to go side by side and in the next corner, and it's going to be a bit of contact, but Agent Panda squeezes out Lee and has gone towards turn 4 now, and it's sliding, going everywhere, and contact between the two of them, contact behind as well between Mattman and Mike. Mattman gets the move done though, but Mike's still just about there, I think. Mattman's gonna, I think, have that position. No, he does have it. Blue flag's having a look now, trying to get past Mike as well shortly. So out front still Captain Chubbs, followed by Bossman. Captain Chubbs is away and gone. 3.4 seconds already. Bossman holding off Max at the moment, and he's got his teammate, the other Haas driver, Casey Bernard, in 4th. Then you've got the 2 Williams sitting in 5th and 6th, comfortable at the moment. Brother Daddy and Brutus. Brother Daddy went wide on lap 1, but he's managed to regain a position or 2, I think. Catamise saying that's his championship out the window. Well, he did have a bit of a gap, to be honest, so it might not be. Mike getting packed past Mattman there. The battle continues. Mike gets past, and then Matman shoots past again, using a bit of his ERS clearly. There's Matman, he's going to try and hold it into turn 1, and might do anything about the Ferrari that steamed past him. He's a little bit. I shall do, I forgot to do that. There's the full map for you. So, the Ferrari and the Mercedes still going at it. The Ferrari's holding them off. Matman doing a good job here. After he got past, he's now holding Mike in that 12th place. He's not letting him back through. Lee Cole's already picked up a penalty, I've just seen. So I'll put on tyres. Actually, there's no point putting on tyres at the moment. We'll put on... Might as well put on tyres. There's no point looking at the position change constantly, is there? Right, well, he's still going to try and hold it down the inside. He is as well. He's going for it. And down the inside he goes again and re-overtakes Matman. So, battle continues between Mike and Matman. It's still going as well. Matman's trying to go back at him down the inside. He's going to wait though. And then you've got, I think that's Blue Flag it is in the background that's trying to get involved in this little battle here. What a little battle we've got here. Dan Morris is down the inside as well. He's going to try and go down the inside of the Williams car. Bread as well was having a look at Casey Bernard. Bread's got past Casey Bernard down the inside. And you've got background, you've got that Red Bull trying to get past as well. Look, the Red Bull trying to get a run on him. Dan, there he is. He's trying to get a run on him. He got a good exit. Absolutely treacherous conditions. Lee Cole and Carl still battling. You've got Just Mikey and Matman going at it again. So there's Lee Cole getting passed by Junkie Sport. There we go. Side by side to go into the left hander coming up. Lee Cole's going to try and hold it round the outside. No contact made between them, and Lee Cole does a really good move and makes it round the outside. Mike in P11 ahead of Matman now. Battling going on throughout the field. Captain Chubbs has absolutely bolted out front and is 6.3 seconds, hovering just over 6 seconds. There he is, Bossman getting his first penalty, and he's still closely followed by Max, but Max hasn't been able to make a move yet, but he is closing. Obviously no DRS, obviously with the weather conditions as they are at the moment. Is that Brutus going down the inside again? There's Brutus getting past Bernard as well now, so the Williams making moves. Both have got past Casey over the last 2 laps, and he might have to suffer some more overtaking from the car behind them. Dan, who's closing quickly as well. Look at Dan, he seems to get a really good exit out of that corner every lap, and he's really close, and he's thinking about a move down the inside. He's going to go down the inside. I think Casey Bernard's just not going to fight it, to be honest. I don't think he's got any grip out there. You're really struggling. Dan Morris is flying, but Captain Chubbs out front might want to steady himself because he's gone that quick. He's got this race in reach already with that kind of gap. I mean, 7 seconds of about 6 laps is pretty impressive. Blue Flag, a bit disappointing so far from Blue Flag. He's not managed to make any inroads, a bit like Dan has. So he's not been able to really yet. Will he make a move soon? He's got Matman still just in front of him. Oh, as I say that, Matman has went wide, and that has just allowed a very straightforward move for the looks of it. Is Matman going to be able to fight into turn 1 here, or is he going to let Blue Flag go? Blue Flag's on the inside. Matman's going to have to hold round the outside. Matman and Blue Flag go side by side into turn 1. Are they going to go side by side into turn 2? Nope, Blue Flag backs out. Matman just does well to defend it, and you see he's still in front as they head towards next corner. Right, and Blue Flag has a bit of a twitch on exit, so that's kind of hampered his run through the straight. So he's not going to be able to get past yet. Dan still on the back of Brutus now as he's dispossessed Casey Bernard, and now he's catching up to the Williams in front of him. He's got both of them to come, and then it's Max and Bossman, and then a big little gap now, 7.4 seconds. It's gone up a second at least a lap here, which is really impressive. Captain Chubbs has got that car tuned to perfection by the looks of it for his driving style. He's absolutely flying along here. 8.1, look at the gap, it's just incredible. Max looks like he's going to make a move though, down the inside. Max is going to go here. Well, he's going to back out of it. He doesn't think he can do it yet. AlphaTauri taking a little bit of a wider line. You can get away with that. It's one of those commons you can take multiple lines through. You don't really lose much time not much difference. I think it's more personal preference what line you take. You want to take that apex on the inside, or if you want to run a little bit deeper. Break that a little bit later, as that's Nexus Cats. Saw him clawing his way back and closing quite quickly on the back of Blue Flag and Matman. He was at the back, and he has dispossessed both of them and has moved up to 12th. In the process, Dan still on the back of the Williams man. Brutus in front of him. He's not been able to find a way through yet, but he is very, very close now. He's so close, and he's got this straight to come, and then he's got the other main straight that he's coming on to soon. But as I say, no DRS, so it's all done on traction and ERS. There's no other way you can do it. So it can be a lot more difficult, but it can result in a lot of battling without DRS. He is using his overtake, as you can see, and he is pulling to the outside as Brutus defends the inside line. He's going to go for a bit of a cut back, get that. See, that's really beneficial for the main track. But oh, damn it, he's going to go for a bit of a lunge, Dan. Oh, a bit late. Oh, he had a look down the inside, and it was a little bit late from Dan. It's not something we see very often. As they go side by side, that's Lee and Agent Panda. And Lee gets ahead of Agent Panda. I think that's Agent Panda and Mike now going to go side by side. Agent Panda trying to defend, and now he's having to go for an attack down the inside, but thinks better of it again. He can't really make that move stick. A lot of moves here. Mike still hovering in the lurking in the background there. Agent Panda, well, trying to get past Lee. He's going to have to watch his mirrors as Mike has a big moment on the curb. One person. Mike had a big moment there. Don't want to get stuck on the curbs and wet and start sliding, because you could easily end up in a wall and you race over. But there's a big old train developing for the battle for P3. Max has lost a bit of time to Bossman. Captain Chubbs is 9.1 seconds. That's an incredibly large gap for this time of the race, period of the race. 10 laps in and he's got that kind of gap. That's quite scary for the guys behind. The two Williams trying to find a way through Max, and you've got Dan Morris hovering there in the background trying to find a way through, and then you've got a big old gap to Casey Bernard developing, and then an even bigger gap to Lee. So there's bits of gulfs developing now, people making some mistakes back through the grid. These guys are getting away, and Captain Chubbs is away and gone at the moment. Out of sight, you would say. A bit of a mountain to climb for whoever wants to try and take that. But in fairness though, what is Captain Chubbs there? Oh, he clearly has had a moment. He's just lost 2.5 seconds there. So he must have had a moment, a half spin possibly. Captain Chubbs, so maybe he might take his foot off the gas a little bit. He's getting a little bit worried about maybe his tyres are overheating or something. Maybe that Williams trying to overtake his teammate. And he does, I think, as well. I think Brutus has went Bread, sorry. They go side by side. Oh my god, he's went so wide. Who's that? Bread has went so wide there. It's really difficult. The camera angles are horrendous at the moment, by the way. Oh, there we are. That's better. As the Red Bull pulls to the outside, Dan trying to get past Brutus. Is he going around the outside? He's going to have to hold it. And there's a bit of contact. Oh, they're dragging each other off the track. And then there's going to go free wide at the next corner. You've got the two Williams and the Red Bull. And the Williams sweeps round the outside. That's Bridger Daddy taking advantage of that bit of contact between Brutus and Dan. They both kind of started pushing each other off the track there. But then Dan's going to come back past Bread. There's Dan making his way back through. And there he is up to P4. As Captain Chubb sets another fastest lap of the race. And this sends his gap straight back up to 9.8. Could have ended badly there for Dan and Brutus. Luckily they kind of got away with it there. Look at Brutus though. He's hovering behind his teammate and he's going for a look down the inside. He's got so much extra grip. Look at the extra grip he's got there. Little Bread I'd have let him through there because there was a big old lift there. don't think they're going to be able to keep up with Dan's pace. I think Dan is quite comfortably at least the second fastest driver on the grid at the moment in this race at present. Well, Bossman is doing a good job in P2 at the moment. He's relatively new. He's only here a few weeks, so he's showing his pace at the moment, and he's held off Max. That gap up to 1.7. It's going back down to 1.1. Agent Panda and Mike still having that kind of same battle they were having a good few laps ago. And I think there's going to be an overtake coming here soon. Mike closing into the back in the slipstream. He's going to use a bit of ERS maybe on this straight to get past. Oh, bit of a moment there. Had to get left off the power on the curb. And he picks up another penalty, Mike. So a good few drivers picking up penalties. Obviously Nexus Cats had to do his drive through, so that's why he plummeted down the order quickly. So far though, it's been pretty damn clean. And there's not been as many incidents as I might have thought at this stage. So we had those two retirements pretty early on. That was in the first laps it was. But since then, Codemasters, I don't want to see a wheel facing the back. I want to see the battle. Oh, come on. Horrendous camera angles sometimes, honestly. Just Mikey trying to get past Agent Panda, but he's not got anywhere to go around here. He's been trying for the last 10 or so laps. Agent Panda held them off. Oh, that was close. That was nearly heading to the wall there from Agent Panda. He caught it just as the car was about to go to the point of no return there, as they go side by side into the final corner. Mike's going to brake later. Agent Panda is going to go for the better exit, and is he going to re-overtake down the inside as he head down toward turn 1, gaining a little bit, he's pulling out, and he's going to try and go down the inside, and there he goes. Mike's going to have to try and defend. He's not able to, so he brakes early. Oh, he's caught the slide. Started sliding as soon as he put the power down. Oh, he's sliding again. Oh, Mike, you watch yourself here, mate. He's all over the shot at the moment, Mike. Struggling, and he's got Nexus Cats, who seems to be much quicker at the moment. I think this is going to be a waltz past here. There we go. Nexus Cats makes his way up. He's going to try and hold it though. No, he's not able to. Waltz in behind. Now, McMahon and Carl have come into this sport. Dan has got past Max while that battle was ongoing there. Now Dan's going to have to try and catch up to the back of Bossman, and then it's a pick 14 seconds. Jesus, that's a large gap to catch up. Laps gone, so we're over a quarter of the way through now. Bossman picks up another penalty, and he needs to watch himself. He's picked up a good few already now. That's a second, and he's only a quarter of the way through. Obviously, with this being 57 laps, a lot of opportunities to pick up some penalties. A little bit quieter at the moment. Camp down, people starting to slot into the slightly more normal positions. I think one of the exceptions is Nexus Cats, who's still trying to come back through the grid after his drive-through for having a jump start. As Casey Bernard gets past Leacolt. What was that, Leacolt? Oh, it's Bread. Oh, that's why. Oh, it's Bread Span. I was wondering why there was... Bread has Span at... the long right-hander, that is. So whether he's got himself out of shape and on the curb is probably what's happened there. As you've seen what happened with Mike. It wasn't Mike, it was Agent Panda. He nearly went into the wall. I think he might have done something similar to that, as Dan Morris has got past Bossman when we watched that. Nexus Cats has got past Agent Panda as well. Bread, sadly, he's pitted. I think his tyres might have been going off, in fairness. That could have impacted. Still, everyone on wets. No one risking it. It's still soaking at the moment, so nobody silly enough to go into inters as of yet. Fred, as you see, pits and puts on a new set of wets, so clearly it's still far too wet at the moment for any other tyre. Boss man is still on the back of Dan. He's not let Dan get too far in front of him after he's overtook. But he's managed to keep Max still since the start of this race. Max had got very close for a few times, but then he's backed off a little bit now. So Bossman in a podium place at the moment. Can he keep it? Brutus, I think, will be catching up to the back of Max soon. Bread, after his pit stop and his spin, down in P13. Mike and Agent Panda still having the same battle that they've had all race. Mike tries to get past as well. Now, I'm not sure, because obviously in the wet, some people like to use more wing, obviously, in the wet. So I'm not sure if Mike's running a bit of a high downforce setup, because Agent Panda does seem to have much better straight line speed, because when he was in the slipstream of Mike, he was easily getting past him. But when Mike's in the slipstream of Agent Panda, he doesn't seem to be gaining. As you've seen there, he actually, in the slipstream, he actually lost 2 tenths. So he seems to be running much more of a high downforce orientated setup. Obviously, Mike's suit him more in the wet, because obviously you need to be comfortable in the wet. That's one of the probably the main thing, especially when I do a setup in the wet. It's just about comfortability. It's not about pace as much. You need pace, but it's more just about getting a rhythm, because you can easily make a mistake in the wet and your race can be over pretty quickly. So it's all about getting comfortable. So maybe that's what he's more comfortable if he's running a very high downforce setup. The opposite from that, obviously, you can get more tyre wherever you run a lot more downforce on the car. Obviously, we've seen Bread make a mistake earlier as well. So whether that was just a simple mistake or whether that was tyre related, as he did pit pretty quickly after it. That's Agent Panda getting out of shape on turn 4. Mike, though, as you see, Agent Panda just gets that extra oomph down the straight. Mike, just even in slipstream, doesn't really have the pace. And he's very late. Very wide there. It's not the optimal way of taking that corner at all. See, he's lost about 6 tenths. So very wide. Oh, he's gone! Oh, he's got it! Oh, he's not. He's in the wall. He's lost his wing. We saw Agent Panda do it. Now that seems to be a notorious spot. So as you get the power down on that curb, sometimes it can send you into the wall. We saw Agent Panda correct and manage to save it. We saw Bread spin near it, so I'm assuming Bread maybe made that mistake as well. I've just seen Mike lose his wing now as well, so Mike is gonna have to pit for a new wing and some new tyres. Now, you were to ask me anyone who was going to spin and have to pit and get a new wing, I probably would have said Mike, to be honest. Love Mike, but yeah, he's a bit notorious for losing his wings and getting penalties and such. So, a third of the way through now. Now, Madman getting past Mike in the pits. Madman pitted earlier. Still very heavy rain at the moment. Still though, out front, it's Captain Chubbs. 17.2 seconds to 20 laps. That's an incredible gap from Captain Chubbs. Now Captain Chubbs, that's an incredibly large penalty. Where is Bread? How has he managed to have 10 seconds for exceeding track limit? Where has he exceeded track limits to get that amount of penalty? That's very, very strange. Anyone would like to let me know how you can get 10 seconds of track limits? I know you can get it at like tracks like Italy, be like straight line first corner. I'm trying to think. I can't really see how you would get a 10-second time penalty for exceeding track limits here. I don't know where you would exceed them to get that much. There we go. So, as I was saying, I was about to say Captain Chubbs. Where is Captain Chubbs? Now, as you can see, he's on the straight. Now, he's already got 2 cars ahead of him. to lap. He's already lapped Mike, Carl, and Bread already. And he's coming up to lap what looks to be Matt Mann, I believe. Yeah, I'm sure it's Matt Mann that he's coming up to lap. As you can see, just ahead of the Williams, which is Bread. So he's already lapping quite a few cars. Battle going on there between Blue Flag and Agent Panda. Both on the same strategy at the moment, both not pitted yet. Agent Panda though, trying to hold it around the outside, coming into turn 1. He's got that straight line speed, Agent Panda, but he's caught himself on the curb. He's got to back out there. He's going to get his wing shaved off, and he does back out. But yeah, once again, Agent Panda seems to be running a much higher top speed setup. Blue Flag having a bit of a moment there on the exit, but Agent Panda quickly gaining on him. Look, he can gain 4 or 5 tenths every straight on people. He's such a quick car, a straight line he's running at the moment. That's why he's pretty difficult to pass. Paul needs to be on traction and through the corners to get past him. Nicole picks up a penalty. A lot of guys picking up penalties now. Captain Chubbs knows he's avoided it so far, and he's still, it looks like Captain Chubbs is still the quickest guy, even compared to Dan, who seems to be, he's increased that gap to Dan by a couple of seconds. When he overtook me, it was about 15-16 seconds. It's up to 18 now, so he's doing well. We're just having a look, trying to get past Max here. They're on the same setup we mentioned before. He might get past pretty soon, and he's having a look down the inside. He's backs out just before the left-hander makes better of it. He's going to try and hold him. He did try and catch up to Bossman early in the race, Max, but he didn't really have that pace. He got close, but then backed off. Bruce has a bit of contact with Dan, obviously, nearly. And they both nearly ended up out of the race there. Both ended up off the track. That was at turns 5 or 6. Would have been. Captain Chubbs pits. We'll keep watching this though as he goes round the outside. Bruce, and he's going to cut back, and then he's going to go round the outside, and he's going to try it. Excellently done. Absolutely beautifully done by Brutus. He timed that to perfection. Broke late, did the cut back, get the better traction, the better run, and go clean round the outside. And a turn 2, and have the inside line for turn 3. Lovely move there from Brutus. Gets himself up into the podium places. Because Captain Chubbs has just pitted, so it's not a net podium. But now we can see if he can catch up to Bossman in front of him. Darren Morris has quickly got away from Bossman, but we'll see what he can do. Captain Chubbs, doesn't look like anyone's got Captain Chubbs's pace at the moment. That's Bridger. Daddy's retired just at turn 2 by the look of it on the inside. Brutus pits. That's Bossman, sorry. I know Brutus does pits as well, actually, as well. Max does. Dan stays out though. Kept his tyres obviously in good nick. Casey Bernard pits as well. I'm assuming, is this a safety car or a virtual safety car, because it all went yellow. It's a safety car. That's a horrendous glitch, by the way. That's an awful glitch. Because how are you supposed to tell? I need to actually look for the safety car in front of my screen. Otherwise, it's a safety car. I mean, come on. It's a safety car. That's why everyone came into the pits so much. Right, Matt Mann picks up a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So that neutralises the race. Dan hasn't been able to come into the pits yet. Now, this is going to hinder Dan a bit, because he's got Captain Chubbs behind him. who's just pitted. Now I'm assuming Dan must go into the pits here under the safety car, unless he's going to hold out. No, yeah, comes in. I think he should come out in front of Boss Man. He might actually. He might come out behind him. We'll see. Boss Man. I think that's Boss Man coming down the pit straight now. I think that might be Boss Man there. It is indeed, that's Boss Man there. That's Brutus coming as well. Now Brutus is going to overtake him as well. And then Max is going to overtake him as well. So Dan Morris has lost out from this. He's going to come out in P5. Now I don't think... I'm assuming he could have picked that first time when the safety car came in. But I'm not sure if he was notified fully if that came out. Or when the timing... Because obviously he's now lost 3 places because of that safety car. I don't know if the timing just wasn't right for Dan there when it came out, but he's lost a good few places there, and he had to get back past the 3 guys he's just recently overtook. Captain Chubbs as well had that near 20-second gap, which has now been put down to absolutely nothing basically. So I'm sure he'll not be very pleased, put it that way. It's hard to get that 20-second gap, and it's just been completely wiped out now. So I'm sure we'll have a few more laps. We're getting towards halfway. Not halfway yet, but we're getting there. This is going to allow people to close up. Not sure. Few of these I think I still got to unlap themselves. Don't know. Where is Carl? Yeah, Carl's in that cluster near the front, I think. So I think he'll get the chance to unlap himself pretty soon. He is. Where's Matman? Now Matman's coming round now. So maybe it's just Carl that has to unlap himself then. I think it might just be Carl, and he's in the behind Captain Chubbs now. Not sure, will he get the chance to overtake? Not sure he will. Safety car coming in this lap. Where is the third sector split? Second sector split. So this little line coming up here, is that the DRS? So no, it's not. So we're getting I'm assuming we're getting another lap here. The safety car. Not entirely sure where the sectors splits are in this track. So it's a short layer. I'm not sure if it's the same as a normal layer. But we've at least got another lap of the safety car. I'm sure it'll be in the next lap though. We'll have 30 laps left. Needs Dan to have a spin or retire or something here for Academies to do well, but Dan's doing really well at the moment. Obviously that safety car didn't help matters, but he is up there and he needs to take advantage of this situation. Academy's retiring. Well, 30 laps remaining. Yep. So far though, most have handled this mystery week pretty damn well, I would say. I'm sure most of them probably wouldn't have done much practice for this track, so especially in the wet. So far, pretty successful for most of them. I'm sure they'll be pretty happy with what they've done so far. There we go, safety car in this lap. So, is that Alpha Tauri? That's Boss Man. Is that wide? So, what happens with Carl here? Oh, what's that? Oh, there's been a collision between a blue flag and Lee call. So, 5-second penalty there. So, seem to have tapped each other. Is Captain Chubbs? He's not went yet, I don't think. Look, I thought he went there, but then he backed off. Goes now though. There he is. He's off. Off he goes now. go, boss man. He's back up to P2. I think Carl's pitied he has indeed. So we've got Max here in P4, and he's got Dan Morris to defend from in front of him, behind him, sorry. Brutus is in front. Oh, there's been a collision. I thought he tapped him. Oh, they've managed it. Oh, the free wide. Oh, God, it's chaos. He's came across. Oh, as they come into the next corner. Oh, he's pushed him off as well. Brutus has then pushed Dan off. There's been more contact between Dan and Brutus. So I think that all started Max kind of hit Brutus into turn 1, which then kind of had a concertina effect with everyone behind had to kind of brake. That's allowed Bossman and Captain Chubbs to get away pretty quickly, as that's Lee getting past Casey Bernard. Oh, who's that? That's the Brutus going wide again behind Dan Morris. Dan Morris has had a good start. He's got back up to P3, so he's just got Bossman to catch back up to now and overtake, but they got Brutus that's trying to back at him. He's going to go for a good run. Let's see if he can get him on the straight. Will he have the straight line speed? And he pulls out into the inside. Dan trying to defend. Will Dan go for the cut back? I've got a feeling he will. No, he's not. Oh, he's not. He's going to try and hold him. I thought Dan was going to try and go for the cut back, similar to what Brutus done to overtake Max. But instead, he just tried to hold it around the outside, and I think that might have been a wrong decision there. Brutus was always going to have the better traction, I think, there. So he's managed to hold off the surge at the moment from Dan. Captain Chubb's already extending that gap out front, 4.6 seconds. Seems to be able to put out the really quick laps when he needs to. Start of the race he was rapid solos. Agent Panda down in P9, blue flag still in P10. He's struggling to make any inroads. I think it's P4 in the championship. Captain Chubbs 108.8, I think that's about 7/10 quicker than his previous best that time. Obviously fresh tyres, less fuel. Sometimes going to get quicker as you go on. That rain seems to be much less heavy now. It's a lot lighter, so we should be seeing inters come out in a not too distant future, I'd expect, with the rain easing off. As Mike, just as I said that, Mike has come out of the pits and fitted on a set of inters, so he's the first to go for it. He's the first to think it's time. We've got a good indication if Mike sets anything close to the fastest lap of the race, or anything round about the 109s. I think it's time for inters for everyone, because obviously Mike doesn't seem to have the pace of the top guys today, so if he's in the 109s, I think it's definitely inters then. Keep an eye on what his times are. If it is inters, is anyone else going to decide to yet? Not any of the front four. Is that Agent Panda? Blue flag going at it. Blue flag getting past Agent Panda. Right, that's Matman that's going to have a look round the outside of Agent Panda. He's going to try it. He's going to try and hold it round the outside of Agent Panda. They go side by side at turn 1. Matman's going to have to back out, I think, here. That was always going to happen. That was. I seen that a mile away. An absolute mile away. Knew that was going to happen at some point. It condenses up, and if you've not got the pace on the inside, you're just better backing out. There's no point trying to hold your line down the inside if you're going that slow. You might as well just back out. You're not going to win it. It's just not going to happen. It was going to happen to someone eventually. I thought it was going to happen earlier, to be honest, but there we go. Matman first victim to that. Gets squeezed on the apex and has a bit of a half spin. Lee on the back of Max. Max's cat's doing well. Really pressed after his jump start, which is a bit of a rookie mistake, let's be honest. I don't see that very often, especially with Nexus Cats, who's played F1 for a very long time. But he's managed to claw back up to P5, and there's still a long way to go in this. And as you see, the rain is much lighter at the moment. And let's have a little look. So, Mike, has he set a lap time yet? Let's quickly have a little look at his last lap time. He pitted 1:12.1, so that's not very quick at all from him. 1:11.4, so he's still way off. The fastest I'm feeling as though Captain Chubbs is absolutely rapid at the moment, so maybe not the best in comparison. But it does seem to be on that kind of border between wet and enters. Dan trying to get past Brutus. Brutus just went very defensive. Dan pulls out. He's going to try and go the outside way. Now he's going to try the cutback this time. He does. Good man. That's the way to do it. And then, oh, he just didn't get that pace. Nearly, very, very nearly. I don't think he was quite close enough. Cut back. Brutus placed in his car and all the right bits of the track at the moment to try and hold up this Red Bull driver. I'm sure Catamies will be thanking him at the moment. He's holding Dan up a treat here. Brutus is still very slightly closing into the back of Bossman. Not particularly much. But you can see Dan is being held up massively here. He's nowhere to go. So at some moment ever Brutus, and that's going to allow Dan very easily allows Dan past. And Academy says yes, but then as soon as that happens, he's made a mistake, and Dan gets away, and that is Bossman, and Dan doesn't. Thought Dan was going to follow him in there, but he doesn't. So Bossman, is he about to put on inters? Now Carl put on inters as well there. And Casey Bernard and Blue Flag. Now I'm assuming this is inters. It is Bossman's inters. So it's time. People are diving in. Getting a bit drier here. Inters are on quite a lot of the cars here. Bossman, Casey Bernard, Blue Flag, Matman, Mikey and Carl all pitting to put on a set of inters. So it's half the field roughly. Just under half. Now going for it. Next is Cat still quickly closing in there. The back of Brutus now. He's on a charge in the moment as Nexus Cats. He's trying to claw that ground back. He lost in an opening lap. There we go. There's your first sign. It is most certain. Oh, he's gone. Brutus was all over the shot there. You saw it on the camera. He was all over the shot. He was squirming from side to side as a car coming on the... He gets it right. It's through. It's Agent Panda. He was soon from side to side. I'm not sure if those tyres, because it is inters, I'm not sure if those tyres have just completely overheated. Possibly. That can happen. Because as you can see, everyone's putting on inters now. As Mike set the fastest lap of the race. Now that is a very telling sign that it's time for inters. He's beat Captain Chubbs' monumental lap times on inters. So Captain Chubbs maybe went a lap late. Everyone's in now though. Lee stays out though. So does Max. So Max leads a lap. Yep, this race. There we go. Everyone coming out now. Blue Flag jumps Agent Panda and Brutus. Good timing for Blue Flag there. He's ahead of them up to P8 now. That stop. This is Cats in P6, but there's two guys ahead that haven't pitted for inters, which is Max and Lee. Captain Chubbs is going to catch up to him rapidly now. This is a good sign, is to see he's gained 7 tenths through that corner, and he sets a purple sector. Look how quickly he's catching up to the back of Lee there. It's just so much quicker at the moment. Look as he dives into the pits. Lee, I imagine. There we go. Waltzes past Captain Chubbs. Just so much extra pace in those inters now, and the wets. Rain still coming down, but pretty light now. Where's Dan gonna jump all these? And he's got Bossman in front of him now, 2.7. But I must say. I think you'll catch that pretty quickly, Dan. He's very quick at the moment. Next, Cat's up to P4. Next is Cat's doing a really good job here. Casey Bernard's come from nowhere to be in P5, to be honest. Blue Flag's P6, Agent Pan is P7, Brutus is P8. Now that late, there we go, that's Max and Leco. That late pit stop from Max and Leco has pretty much ruined their track position. They've lost a lot of ground, particularly Max. He was P5 or P6, I think, before the pit stop started. He's now P9s. He just went far too late. Seeing how much extra grip was in those inters, how much quicker they were. It's a bit of a dry line developing, so much quicker, and it's just not the right. As soon as you start having that kind of drier line develop, the wet tyres will die, and I think that might have been what happened to Brutus, because it just the tyres overheat. There's not enough water in the track, and they just overheat, and then you can quite easily spin, as you saw there. Quieting down quite a bit though. It's been very straightforward actually. I think a lot of people expected it to be a bit chaotic here when they saw the track and the weather and the length of race, but it doesn't really seem to have done that. Obviously 57 laps is it's about an hour, this race. It's just over a minute, so it's just over an hour. Usually the race takes about 45 minutes. Because usually we get the qualifying, so it's roughly about the same time as a normal, but obviously you don't have qualifying, it's just the race. So it's a bit of a longer race than they're used to. Cap's developing though. On the enters now. Mike was the first. Whether he gained any benefit from that, I don't think so, because he was pretty slow at the start of it, because it wasn't quite, as you see, he was doing 11s and 12s. And then I think progressively every lap it kind of went down about a second, and eventually he was doing 8s. So I think Brutus he had another moment. He's been overtook by two people there. I'm sure Brutus had he's lost his wing, he has. Brutus has had another moment there. You see he's lost his end plate. It's going from bad to worse for Brutus, and it's something that he can kind of get away with sometimes in the dry, if you've lost a bit of your end plate, but not in the wet really. So you need that extra downforce in the wet, so you can't really get away for it. For most people, I've seen it occasionally, but yeah, it's not really worth it. Lose a lot of time in the wet. A little bit of wing off. I said though, pretty quiet at the moment. Right, what's happened with Dan? Just doing anything at the moment. Closing in pretty quickly though, but it's whether if he does get past Boss Man, I doubt he'll be able to make any inroads in that big old gap there. So Captain Chubbs, I think second might be the best Dan can hope for here, to be honest, unless there's an incident ahead. Matt Man catching up to the back of Mike. Mike has been on those inters for a fair bit longer. Matt Man on much fresher tyres. Brutus are way down in P12 now. It's not been a good 5 or 6 laps here for Brutus at all. It's up in P3, P4, and he's now down P12. Matt Man, he's got a good run here. I think this might be quite an easy move here as he pulls out. He's going to pull out, imagine now. Yeah, he does. He's going to go defensive. Mike, I'm going to try and hold it. Try and get that better grip there through the outside. Matt taking a bit of wider line there, getting that better exit. And Mike, I don't know if Mike's tyres are starting to give up a little bit. Dan, though, on the way to getting P2. I think this might be job done here. He gets down the inside. There he goes, down the inside he goes. He's going to defend Boss Man. Side by side to go. I think Boss Man's going to have it at the moment still. Good defensive driving there. Holding Dan up for a lap by the look of it. He has got we're near close enough here. Just kind of like straight to come very soon though. Rain is much lighter now. Heavy stuff at the start of the race is gone. Here we go though. Dan on the run into the last corner. Half a second still. So Bossman's got quite a good car in a straight line as well, actually. Similar to what Agent Panda's doing. Oh, speaking of Agent Panda. Oh, it looks like he's come another cropper. Is that a safety car or a virtual safety car? I shall check in a second. There we go. Yeah, it's on the inside of that corner there. Is it? No idea if it's a virtual safety car or a safety car. It's one of the two. I think I've not seen the safety car. So I think it's a virtual safety car. Pretty sure it's a virtual safety car at the moment, but I cannot be 100% sure. Is that Carl on the mediums? Oh. Well, DRS hasn't been activated yet, so I don't think it's the mediums yet. I think it's dry tyres. I really don't. I think it's a little bit early for that. There we go, green flag. It was a virtual safety car. Good. That's a horrendous glitch. It really is. There's Dan Morris getting... Oh, that's a bit of wing. What's the bit of wing, Dan? He has. Bossman on the run down to turn 1. Oh, Dan's lost a bit of wing there. It's a pretty quiet race, actually. Not the drama I think most of us... Oh, who's that? Is that... Oh, it's That's Carl. Right, I mean, I did say it was very early, but I mean, DRS hasn't been disabled and there's still quite a few puddles. You've been a couple of laps too early, Carl. Bit of wing damage for Dan, but he's holding Bossman at the moment. Down to 12 drivers. Brutus pits there. Is he going to go for dries? Doesn't seem to be raining at the moment anymore. Does seem to break quickly. Oh, Brutus is. He's on the softs. So maybe the car was a lap or two early. I don't think DRS is enabled yet. Well, it isn't actually, because Bossman will be getting it right now. Bossman doesn't have DRS right now, so it's not yet enabled, but I'm assuming it'll be enabled very, very shortly. Oh Jesus, that's a die! That is just a bit... That's a bit audacious from Bossman there, to say the least. And that's not going to help his chances getting past Dan. A bit too late on the brakes there. That's Casey Bernard in the background behind the Nexus Cats. We've not seen a fastest lap yet from someone on dry tyres. It might be soon. Captain Chubb's still not coming in. Now, I would say it's probably near enough dries now. The track looks pretty dry. Pretty bone dry, actually, to be honest. As everyone else has come in, yeah, it does look like it's dries now. It's pretty quickly dried up, but Captain Chubbs, once again, is stayed out. I wouldn't say it's in still. Max stays out as well. Bossman's in. Nexus Cats is in. Dan Morris is in. Casey Bernard's in. Dan Morris going for the mediums, interestingly. I would comfortably expect the softs to get 13 laps since it's a 100% race. And a lap here is only a minute. Bear in mind, just over a minute. Now, and to dry it, I think it is a minute. Bang on, roughly. Round about. So, interesting decision that to go on the mediums from Dan. Still, as of yet, not seen a fastest lap yet from someone on dries. As Captain Chubbs has come in. Assuming Max will come in as well. Bossman quickly gaining on Max, who's on inters and he's on soft, so good decision for everyone to come in. What can Nexus Cats do? Now, with that wing change Dan had to do, Nexus Cats is up into a podium after being last after lap 1. And he's got P2 in his sights as well. Now, Captain Chubb still has a big gap out front. Not quite as big as it was, in fairness. Dan Morris has a disadvantage in the fact he's on mediums. In the last few laps, the softs may start to go off, but I still think they'll be comfortable to get to the end. It's really not a big advantage actually towards the end. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. DRS is activated for Nexus Cats on the back of Bossman. Still not getting much. Oh, bit of a wiggle there on entry. Nexus Cats. The DRS again. Still two I think DRS zones here, isn't there? The back straight's a DRS zone, but there's still 2, even though it's a very short lap. Wide from Nexus Cats there. Like all he goes. Dan Morris dropping off the back of Nexus Cats, so Nexus Cats seems to be in the foot down at the moment. Obviously Dan Morris on mediums, so maybe a bit slower. Go back into the 1 minute lap times the normal time for last lap in the dry here. Barring short. It's kind of the closest battle at the moment. Everywhere else is kind of spread out. Nexus Cat still not picked up a penalty either. Bless me. Bossman's picked up at least 2. Captain Chubb's also not picked up a penalty. Dan Morris has picked up 1 or 2. Casey Bernard hasn't, blue flag hasn't, so there's a chance they could jump Dan Morris. But I think towards the end, Dan Morris will be a bit quicker than then. We'll see. DRS still coming into the DRS zone. Will he be able to make a move? Will they get it on track as well as with the penalties? Next is Cats. Close enough, yeah. I'd say Bossman's running a pretty nifty car in a straight line. Could run that through that corner there from Nexus Cats, and he's put him right on the tail of him with DRS. He's right there. He's got a lot of ERS as well. He's really close now. Nexus Cats, he's got a really good lap here. Really good run through the corners. He's managed to stay with him here. He just stays with him through this straight. He's gonna waltz past him, I would suspect, with a bit of ERS and DRS. Just needs a good exit here. Good corner. It's alright, not particularly good in fairness. Bossman did it a little bit better, but he's just... such a good top speed setup here, Bossman. He's just pretty impossible to pass. Nexus Cats just can't find a way through here. Still within that 6/10. It kind of has been for most of the last few laps. But he still can't do it. So the gap between the front two is kind of staying stationary now. It's not really going anywhere. I think Captain Shields might have just put the foot up a bit. No need to exert yourself overly, especially if the emotions are making a mistake. So it looks like he's just going to cruise around now to take the win, barring any mishaps. Blue flag seems to be gaining a little bit on Casey Bernard, probably just about a second. As the Cats goes once again. He's gaining. Is he close enough though? He's going to have to go for a bit of a dive, I think. He's getting there. He's getting there. He's just not close enough. As the Cats must be getting pretty frustrated looking at the back of. We'll jump on forward to blue flag since we're not seem to be getting any action there for the battle for P2. Will we get any action watching blue flag on Casey Bernard? Blue flag took a while to get into this race and start moving up the field, but he's starting to do it now. Down the straight now, back straight. Just get DRS main straight then to come. See if he can make a move. Get a good exit. He does indeed get a good exit. So this looks like an easy move here. He's gaining quickly. Look at the speed of this Alpha. Down the inside it goes, and it's all easily done. I mean, that's the difference DRS makes when the cars either slightly better than the car you're attacking at top speed or the same. Well, this Cat suddenly doesn't have that luxury. This car doesn't seem to be anywhere near as quick in a straight line as the car in front of him, and that's just making things 10 times harder to pass for him. Was that Brutus making a move on that man there? It's kind of come out of nowhere as well. Some more moves happening now. Brutus moving up. He's coming back from spins and then the wing damage he had. Dan Morris is lost touch considerably with this Cats and Boss man. She's never really had the pace on those mediums, has he? He might be running a wet setup. Was pretty quick in the wet. Seems to be in the dry. He's not as quick here. You see Bernard. Still pretty close to the back of blue flag. He's not letting him get away, has he? So half a second between them. Next is Cat still trying to find a way through. He's just within the RS range now, so he's lost a little bit of time. Captain Chubbs has extended his gap to 15.4, so he's even more comfortable at the moment. This Cat just doesn't seem to have the pace here. He's got a lot of ERS. He's struggling to get past. Gaining, but I don't think he's gaining enough. Just needs an extra 100 metres, 150 to 100 metres there just to pull him right alongside, but he's not got it, has he? No, DRS straight here. Rinse and repeat here every lap. Same happens and he just can't get there in time to make a bit of a move to the inside. He's still got a few more laps to go, so he's still got chances, but he's still got right up behind him, I think, to get past him. He really needs him to make a bit of a mistake, I think. He's very close here though, but he needs a really good run for this last corner, and he's not been getting that. Yeah, it's been alright. It's the closest I think he's been at the start of the straight. He's setting the slipstream a little bit more. The slipstream decks his Cats. Oh, for God's sake. Has it just me or could he have got past there? Right now he's slipstream. Come on! Get an extra 5 mile an hour or something from slipstream. I think this, these camera shots of these two cars have become very familiar for the last 10 laps. Literally just sat there. Not really any other action to look at. Those been a pretty average race, to be honest. After kind of promised so much, but I mean, it's more of a credit to really a lot of them have driven in this. They've tackled it pretty well. I mean, there's been 4 retirements, but for an hour race, for a race they didn't know what track they were going to do. Next Cats once again just doesn't use slipstream, and I'm confused, very confused. As I said, yeah, with the weather and not knowing what track it was going to be, and an hour race, done very well. Which is why we've not had probably a more exciting race than we thought, and we were going to get. Right, he's got a couple laps left here next to Cats. Is he finally going to make the move? We've been waiting on this move for the last 15 minutes. Get a move on next to Cats. Go on. Make that move. Right, come on, he's close. He's a good exit. Come on, next to Cats. Good exit. Come on. In the slipstream. Come on. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, Boss Man's pulled out. Cats hasn't then got the slipstream, and then he pulls out the other way, which is strange. I've given up in this battle, do you know that? I've given up. I've been waiting on this overtake for the last 15 laps. It's still not coming. Well, Captain Chubbs is having a nice Sunday drive out front at the moment. Nothing to do. Catching up to Mike, these two. Could he interfere, not interfere, in the battle here. Max has to pit. That's interesting. Why is he pitted? And for fastest lap, he's lost a few places though, so that's a bit pointless. Mike getting out of the way of this battle as we head on to the last lap. Of what we must say, hasn't exactly been a classic, has it? Nexus Cat still not using the slipstream. So just, I mean, I know he probably will get this in penalties because I think Bossman's got a few, but if he doesn't, this is going to look very silly in Nexus Cat's part because he's not been using slipstream, which is just very bewildering to me. I'm very confused. Right, let's all go on board. So it doesn't appear to be anything happening. And Captain Chubbs is coming down towards the final corner. Little few lights come on. Perfectly timed out, and next Captain Chubbs is going to come around to take the win of our mystery week, and a very good try from Captain Chubbs. And next Cats is trying to get past. He's got full ERS and he's just not using it to get past. And next Cats does comfortably jump him, but yeah, which pointless watching that actually for the end up. But there we go. Dan Morris takes, it doesn't take P4 actually. Bossman at Blue Flags jumped Bossman and Dan up into P3 on penalties. So Blue Flag does excellently on penalties to jump up to P3. Bossman P4. Dan Morris drops down to P5 as well. Casey Bernard P6. Brutus and Lee Cole battling at the end. There we go. They're battling, coming down, and Brutus looks like he's gonna win on the track at least, and he wins as well. P7 for Brutus, Lee P8, and Matt Man P9, Max P10. I think it was Mike and Carl finishing off the top 12. 12 that finished, 4 retirements obviously, as we've seen earlier on. Driver of the day next is Cats, I would agree with that, up to P2, especially considering he was last after lap 1. Very good pace there. I think it is one of think this Cats quite likes this track. He's had some good results here. Max Def, the only driver under the minute. Strange decision though, he pitted in the final couple of laps. I don't know if he had wing damage or he just pitted fast lap, but he did lose a few positions for it. But there we go. That runs out this evening's action. We've got GT2 tomorrow. I was about to say GT1. GT2 tomorrow, sorry. And then you've got GT1 on Friday. And then we go back to Monday, Friday next week as well. Monday you get ACC and Performance, and back to Div 1 on next Tuesday. Well, that rounds out this evening's action. Sorry it wasn't exactly a classic. Sorry for the first 20 laps, it kind of very much quickly quietened down, didn't it? But yeah, I liked the format of the Mystery Week, but sadly didn't really live up to the hype around here. They all drove too well for it. But thank you very much for watching me and have a nice night.